named Laras, the lead vocalist, and Aya, who basically turned everything in the planet into a musical instrument. Let's challenge her for that, shall we? Okay, I don't want to bore you with all the details. I just want to welcome you to this amazing badass cheetahs right here. Let's welcome Alien Child. Where are you?
Check, check. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Check. Okay. Is your microphone?
Check, check. Okay. Check, check, check.
Okay. Some technical difficulties. How is it? Is your mic? Want to try again? Kak Raka, mic-nya, mana Kak Raka-nya? Coba cek. Sorry guys,
Check,
I'm just
check.
trying to figure this out.
Mine goes on, right?
Yeah, but the show must go on.
Don't forget taxes, and alien child, and hashtag UWRF 19. You might get, I don't know what you're gonna get when you're in an episode. So let's give it up for this. Give it up for alien child.
So, how's everyone feeling today? This is our first time here, and this looks like such a wonderful event. There's so many beautiful faces in the crowd. Yeah, so we're Alien Child. I'm Aya. That's my sister Lala, and tonight we're gonna be performing some original songs. So while we wait for the mic, basically we produce our own songs. We also direct our music videos. Lala is into film, so she makes the screenplay for all of our music videos, most of our music videos. So that's really fun. And we've been doing this for a while, since 2013. And yeah, okay, I think the mic is ready now. Do you want to check it, Lala?
Okay.
Yay!
Let's do this again. Hello, everyone.
Hi. So we're gonna, are you ready? So we're gonna start off with a song called Taksu, and we hope that you guys enjoy it.
Just be careful with the thirsty eyeball in your 50s. Run your fast when you're breathing, cause they be quick when they steal it. Let me see you guys now. Come on, everybody. Yeah! Limited edition, such a competition. What's the secret formula? I call it ambition. I call it tradition, yeah. I got like assistants, like I'll be on a mission. I'll be on a mission. Doctor said I was ill, and he put me on pills. So they call me Bridget Tyler, but they watching my bills. Since I run for the hills, and they try to act chill, cause I really got a motive that should make me the chills. What's up? Hey! Tatsu is got your Tatsu is got
We got Taksu.
yeah, yeah. Ready to clap? So that was taksu, and if you don't know what that means, it's a word.
It's a Balinese.
It's a Balinese word, and it means spiritual charisma. And I feel like since this is an event about women, right? It's about women, and I feel like every woman has spiritual charisma within. So that's why we brought it here tonight.
Yeah.
Who agrees? So the next song we're going to be doing, we're going to slow things down a bit. This is our first song in Bahasa Indonesia, and it's called Imajinasi Senja.
This is like an adaptation from a poem by acara. He's a Balinese poet, and we had so much fun making this. So yeah, this is Imajinasi Senja.
Cinta sejati tak pupus oleh waktu. 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 Kita pegang tangan sepanjang pantai menuju cakrawala di kejauhan laut. Matahari tinggal sama sisa jingga melumuri helai rambutmu yang berderai. Perahu kayu jadi siluet bagai mesin waktu mendorong angin ke batu seperti
Moving on, we're gonna sing one of our newer releases, and this is called No Trust, No Pain. We released this like July, I think? Yeah, July of this year. And this song is about how even the people closest to you can be the ones who hurt you the most. Personal experience. I'm gonna set this up.
But don't give up on love. Love exists.
And you need to love, because love is wonderful. Yeah. So,
This is No Trust, No Pain. When I was younger, I learned the hard way. People you love and you pay. Yeah. Falling in love is nothing but heartbreak. Nothing but trouble and gain. You were a hurricane watching my walls tumbling down. Yeah. I was the fear you brought me, you left with no sound. Yeah. I see I was an easy target. I see it now, my darling. Maybe it's so lost when I found you, I saw nothing but a heartache. I see it clear, my darling. Way down low, in a deep, deep soul. Say hello to your new soul. You were like candy making my teeth ache, but all I wanted was you. Yeah. Sweet like the lonely mirror as you fade. I let you go like a fool. You were a hurricane watching my walls tumbling down. I was a feeler, you broke me, you left with no sound. Yeah. I see I was an easy target. I see it now, my darling. Maybe it's so lost, so when I found you, I saw nothing but a heartache. I see it clear, my darling. Way down low, a deep, deep sorrow. Yeah. Say hello to your new soul. Way down low, a deep sorrow. Yeah. Say hello to your new soul. No pain, no trust, no pain. 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 Thank you so much. Okay, so we're really excited to hear all these poems. But, yeah, so that's why we're only doing 4 songs. The last song, the last song we're doing is Your Love. And may I ask for the help of the audience? May I? Okay. So when I sing Your Love, can you guys sing Your Love? Do you think you can do that? Should we try it? Should we try it? Let's start a choir. Your love, your love, your love. Oh, I'm gonna get replaced one day. This is too good. This is too good. please help us. It's hard to sleep at night when I know you aren't sleeping. I'm kinda petrified. Can't get over this feeling. You hold me and it feels like I'm the night. And you're the stars that make me feel alive. I finally know that love is never blind. 'Cause darling, I can open up my eyes with your love. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Let me paint the sky. Make me want adventure. And when it don't feel right, you give me hope for shelter. You hold me and it feels like I'm the night. And you're the stars that make me feel alive. I finally know that love is never blind. 'Cause darling, I can open up my eyes with your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive with your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. You hold me and it feels like I'm the night. And you're the stars that make me feel alive. I finally know that love is never blind. 'Cause darling, I can open up my eyes with your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive with your love. Ooh, your love, your love. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Your love, ooh, your love, ooh, your love, your love. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you.
Hey, how about that, huh? Right? I told you so. Alright, don't forget to check their music online and their Instagram at @child. And next, I want to introduce you guys to the founder of Arts for Women, the person behind a lot of other programs. She's a writer, she's an activist, and she's, again, the founder of Arts for Women. Without further ado, Ollie Montero, where are you at?
Hello. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ollie Montero. I'm one of the writer and also film producer. I also organize this women's space for women's artists and activists to create event and then also collaboration and events related to women's issues in Indonesia. And mostly I work in East Indonesia. I will be screening one of my films from Sumba Island. It's a story about women and culture in East Sumba. So if you have time, at Friday 4 p.m. Here also in BetelNut. Welcome to our 5th Women Poetry Slam, and thank you very much for BetelNut for providing us with the space. And give also applause to all the committee and volunteer who helped organize our event today. And also, we want to also thank you for all the performance that will be performing here. We just saw the very talented emerging artists, the alien child, Aya and Lala. And you will be seeing also young performance, Sky Mata in the intermission. And also our guest poet stars that will come at the end of the performance. So please stay and see all these wonderful, very talented poets and women artists. So I will introduce to you some of the judges that will be here with us. So there's Mbak Maria Ekaristi. She's the founder of Denpasar Film Festival. Mbak Eka, diri dulu sedikit ya, so you can see her there. And then there's one of my good friend, Faisal Odang, a young poet and very talented writer from South Sulawesi. Faisal will be speaking at the panel, so you can just find him at the catalog and you'll see his panel, so you can come and see and talk with him. And there's Mbak Kak Fani Jepoik. She's a writer from Eastern Indonesia. She's a writer, activist, organizer, literary art producer, and everything. She does everything, and she'll be at the panel also. So I will suggest you to go and see her in her panels. It will be awesome. And then also there's Melanie Munungur Williams. So Melanie is the poetry slam champ in Australia. So she will be performing her poems also after the slam. So don't go, you have to see her after this. Yeah. So yeah, there's and also who else I didn't introduce yet. Udah semua ya? Ada yang belum dikenalin nggak tadi jurinya? Udah semua ya? Eka, Faisal, okay. And then there will be one judges from the audience. So our host will pick one from you to become the 5th judge. So and then last, I will introduce you to you also my good friend. She specifically come to Ubud for hosting our Women Poetry Slam. She's a dancer, artist. Also, she's also a poet, and she also have won in several poetry slam as well. And she helped me, so this is the second time she'll be hosting us with this Women Poetry Slam. And so you have to welcome her and give your big applause for her. Her name is Putri Minangsari. So Putri, silakan. So we will start the slam soon.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm really honored to host again, to be your host of the night. Women of Words, Women Poetry Slam is different to the general Ubud Writers and Readers Festival Poetry Slam that you can also come to see on Friday, I think, also here with Women Poetry Slam, Arts for Women. Kudos to them. They've always been organizing this platform so that exclusively for women issues, and so we can have our voices heard and counted. Woo! I'm quite nervous. I haven't been here for 2 years. So my name is Putri. I'm one of the founders of Unmasked Poetry Open Mic. It's a spoken word poetry community based in Jakarta. I dare say that we're the first in Indonesia. So I see one founder of Unmasked Sister Poetry Community from Jogja, Sita Govindaraju. She's here. So whenever you guys are in Jakarta and we have event, we hope to see you there. All right, let me just read out the rules and regulation of a slam. I'm sure a lot of us already know what are the rules, but let me just read it again. So above all, respect the poets and respect the poems, which means that I request your kind cooperation and not to talk loudly on the phone or to each other, and of course to have your on silent mode the whole time. And if you need to move or go somewhere from your seat, please try to refrain doing that while the poet is reading, because it might distract their performance. And then, of course, if you like what you hear, you can show your appreciation, but instead of clapping, you can click your fingers. Yeah, so that's better, not distracted. And for the poets, for the participants of the night, please bear in mind the 3 minutes limit. That's always been the rules for Poetry Slam. You have exactly 3 minutes to finish performing your poem. And then 30 seconds before 3 minutes, you will hear, what will we hear? Are you guys going to like make some sort of sound 30 seconds before? Yes, that's what you will hear. And then once it's already 3 minutes, what will we hear? Yeah. So once, if you hear once, then it means you have 30 more seconds to finish. All right, without further ado. So the thing about this poetry event is that each time we will reveal breathtaking, haunting, and poignant, funny, and witty poems, and I can't wait to hear those. I'm excited. Are you excited? Yeah! Yeah, let's do it. So, what do? We have 18 participants for the night, right? So, I'm going to pick randomly. Are you guys all here? The 18 people who have enrolled? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to take out a number. All right. Oh, it's a name, it's not a number. I have to wear my glasses. All right, the first poet is Neni Yulia. Are you here, Neni? Please come to stage.
Originating from low water depth, you grow from the hands of God, introduce the intoxicating colors of the world with the tree of life that you care for in the flow of the soul. Leads you to capture the sun with a membrane of prayer which flows from the breast source of life for you. I'm like a beautiful girl. The green one grows memories. Touch your pulse with the seeds of love that I plant with the wind and rain, so that burn not preach and know the way home. Then you work with cans of affection, scratch the sky without aids, set dream that never ends in every beautiful curve of my way. And when the wither flows off the dew, you grow with a moonlight, breathe light, looking for the tree of life, seed which is fertile for years, until the field is ready, leaves to the ground, caterpillars in your head, eat away at tough. Your eyes are flooded by smoke, your legs are broken by civil war, and you burn my body with a fire, like firewood burned to dust, then float into the air. Oh, God, explain the way reward. Oh God, purify karma root, which envelop my life and grandeur, so that far out civilization no longer white and dirty, and no more next woman. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. I think I made a mistake. I haven't picked one judge from the audience. So what do we do? Should I just do it now? Okay. I forgot that. Okay, before the judges show their score for Amy, I need to ask one of you to become a judge from the audience. Anyone interested to be a judge? Anyone? Please raise your hand if you're interested. Yeah? Yeah? How many of you are interested? No, I don't think she's interested. Are you interested? No. Yeah, okay. What? Where? Anyone? Did you just raise your hand? Come on, I only have time till Tuesday. Yeah? What's your name? Oh, you're coming down. No, just stay where you are. Yeah? Which one of you want to be the judge? Alright, what's your name? Okay, thank you. So for Emmy, you heard her performing, right? So I want you to give your score. Yeah, can you give her the score? Can you? Oh, okay, got it. All right. Well, let's start from Bafani. What's your score for Emmy? 72. Bangada? 73. Wow. Eka? 66. And Melanie? 88. Wow. And 75. Alright, can I have the next name, please? Poetry Community Jogja.
No pressure.
It's 1 a.m. There's a blank screen staring at me begrudgingly. Why don't you have anything to say? It asks. Frowning, I say, indignant. I do, I just don't know how to say it. The screen scoffs. It looks at what now decorates the top left corner of the screen and rolls its eyes. Really? That's the best you got? I sigh. You don't understand how difficult this is. Quick to retort, it snaps, how difficult what is? Writing? Isn't that supposed to be your thing? Is it? And as my mouth forms the words, I already feel regret coming to fester where they had left the tip of my tongue, now a graveyard for the vestige of my humble writer dreams. Forgive me if I'm being dramatic. Am I not supposed to be? I'm a poet after all. To emphasize and enunciate, to glorify and emancipate my fears, my feelings, my thoughts, my doubts, so much is expected of someone who identifies as a creative. But like songs unsung and incomplete narratives, my voice quivers with trepidation and familiar anxieties, because what if nobody listens or nobody cares? What if I bore them or worse, annoy them? What if they've heard it all before? What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not enough? What if, stop. How many of us are enslaved to our crippling insecurities, tethered to unattainable expectations of our individuality, persuaded often to put on entire personalities, compare ourselves to airbrush false realities, suppressed by one or another social stigma, repressing our own brilliant charisma, defeated by insufficient amounts of validation, subject to ridicule in our own worst versions. Sometimes I feel like, the world is on to me and they will figure out what a hack I am. I don't write poetry. I don't memorize these entitled rhymes. I definitely do not make the same kind of time or effort. I think we're supposed to, the way we're supposed to, but bear with me now, the sexy self-deprecation does have a turning point. I used to Google rhymes and synonyms, watch endless other performance to make some semblance of style. I used to think I had to talk and sound and flail my arms around a la angry feminist, demanding for social, climate, gender justice. I used to hound myself asking why and if what I had to say would matter, but I was wrong. I realized one day you cannot negotiate with your own craft or artistic inclination. At the end of every endeavor, you might get anywhere between everything or nothing at all, an approving nod, a standing ovation, a clap, a pat on the back, an applause, big or small. But understand, it is not for praise or validation that we do this because we have to, we do this because we are so unapologetically human. So stop. Stop being afraid to put something out there and fear of failure. Welcome it. It might even help you with what you have to say. Stop the incessant comparing of yourself to your peers or strangers on the internet. Celebrate them and their efforts and encourage them. Stop thinking about the reward and recognition. Just rage in a way that only you know how. So fuck fame and fortune and followers and just focus on the fairy dust. Sprinkle it over everything that you touch.
Thank you, Sita. So that was amazing, but we passed the 3 minutes thing, so I don't know, it's up to the timekeeper what we would do with this one. Okay, let's hear what the judges think. Babani? 65? Bang 83? Eka? 91? Melanie? 90? Audience judge 89? All right, here comes the next one. Janice? Oh, I know you. How are you? Oh, Janice was the winner in my poetry events was it last April in Jakarta? Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay.
Okay, no pressure now. So yes, I'm Janice. I'm going to share a poem called I Am. I am. I am all the identity you need. I am the struggle of my ancestors, the success of the seeds they have sown. In a land that was hard and unyielding, a harvest has come. I am a culture all my own, the amalgamation of the nations from which I have been birthed. I am an articulation of the past, present, and future. I carry them within me. I am joy that has overcome sorrow. My pain will not define me, but I will not deny its part in my story. I am the reflection in your eyes, filtered by the features you fancy, mislabeled by the features you don't. Your miseducation of my history solicits silence to my story. I will not be silent. I am a living canvas, painted on throughout the ages. Trace my lines, discover my brushstrokes, pay attention to my texture, consider the contrast of light and dark. I am artistry, lending my color to the world's tapestry. I am relevant, a defining presence in our changing world. I am here, occupying fully the space I am in, running the race for others, forging a path for the generation to come. I am my own voice, needing no one to speak for me. I am all the identity you need. I am me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Janice. Judges, Mafani, 82. Ramadan, 92. Eka, 97. Melanie, 93. 90. Okay. All right, what's next? Who is it? Is Wahyuni Firma here? Should be here. Wahyuni Firma? Wahyuni Firma? There you are. Hi. Okay.
Karma in the land of mother. In a place full of food, crowd some into the scum. They infiltrate right their children by deciding their husband. At the time, they are pregnant, but his stomach was cut off too. Ugh. No blood, no screams, no tears, no skin come true. Change even continue to occur after the other half is used of food. The intruder's house are also replied. Look, under the sun, their feet are covered with mushrooms. They are not able to produce because of some included. Anymore on air breeds pollute. Thank you.
Thank you, Wahyuni. Let's hear what the scores are. Mafani. $75. Bang Odang. 77. Eka. 71. Melanie. 79. 75. Keep going, keep going. I'm going to call to stage Inga. Inga. It's okay, I'm in Ubud till Sunday. There you are.
Hope you're not counting the time yet. So this one is called I'm Done with Men, but guys, don't leave the room just yet, please. I am done with men who think they love themselves but do it for all the wrong reasons, barely scratching the surface of the true depths of love. They love their luscious hair, their swagger and style, their big dicks, and the way girls flock to them like crows to a freshly sown field. And yet, they get stuck so deep in their own shit that they cannot see beyond. They haven't found the tools to climb out of their hole and be a real man who has dealt with his pain and moved on. What they really represent is the opposite of love, self-loathing and destruction. They try to drown their pain in booze, they clear their ugliness in silence, eat pussy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And do not even remember the face attached to it. Not to mention the heart beating in their chest as they acted out their manliness inside of her. They hate themselves for the parents who never loved them, for the girlfriends they couldn't keep, for the times their dick wasn't hard, for the restlessness in their mind. They try to hide their fears instead of standing up to face them, growing weaker every day. Don't get me wrong, I love men very much so, but what I can no longer take is a man who talks of love when he really has no clue. Thank you so much.
I hear you, Inga. There's so many D word and P word. Judges. Bapani 79. Bangoda 83. Eka 86. Melanie 89. 96. You must enjoy that one. Melissa, where are you?
Okay, good evening everyone. Hi. Okay, just a moment while I find all the words. All right. The other day, Miss Melissa, what is feminism? The little girl asked me with eyes brimming full of idealism and a heart that had nothing but love to give. Daddy stared at me when I told him I wanted to be a feminist. Did I say something wrong? I grabbed her little hand, hoping that she would snap out of that fleeting state of self-doubt. For a moment, I saw myself in her. Feminism is not having to hear, "Don't cry like a girl," just because it's social standards. It's not being given a Barbie doll year after year, just because that's the perfect starter kit for the housewives. It's not being told to fit into a glass slipper so that you can wait for your Prince Charming to sweep you off your feet. Why do you have to do that when you can break the glass ceiling, right? It's to remind girls not to be ashamed of their period blood stained on white linen. It is not being told time and again that being emotional is absolute weakness and gateway to failure, because I tell you, vulnerability is the best measure of courage that we have. It is not having to deal with a guy I met in dance class who smirked, "You mean feminism with a capital F?" when I identified myself as one. It is not using another woman's weakness against her, especially when she wears her vulnerability on her sleeves unapologetically. It is assuring women that they do not have to bear the brunt of things they are not responsible for just because they were born a girl child. It is so that sexually assaulted women who are wronged never had to accept apologies that were never rendered to them in the first place. It is so that girls whose pillows covered with smudged eyes and tears do not have to go to sleep crying. It is so that the little girl is not taught to be a size 0 in order to be conventionally beautiful. Because let me tell you, you are goddamn beautiful the way you are. It's about empowering girls with invisible tattoos inked in their hearts and wounds that will never heal. It is so that strong women are not told that they are too much to handle and that they had forgotten their place. It is not having to hear that ambitious women are stone-cold bitches with icy water running through their veins. It is so that women whose silence is way more deafening will finally find words to express themselves. It is so that one day women do not have to stand. It is so that one day women do not have to stand at the top of the rooftop and scream at the top of their lungs that they want to be treated with respect and dignity. Feminism is fighting for something you rightfully own, little girl. And you deserve that. And you don't have to live on someone else's benchmarks. It is doing the absolute shit that you want to do because you want to do it. Let me remind you, it is not me against you. It is us against inequity. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Judges? Mafani 81, Bangodang 86, Eka 96, Melissa 91, 88. Yep. Next. Mona Lakshmi or Lakshmi? I think it's an X.
It's pretty good to be here. It's an amazing surprise. But I'm really enjoying it with all the light in your eyes. But I want to give you a poem which is actually before the internet. It did happen. We would travel in the way, we'd come up to Bali and then say, guess maybe I'll be in India in a month and in Afghanistan here and then France. And you'd tell your friends, write me post restant. Sometimes you wouldn't hear from them for months, but eventually you'd get on. So just, you needed that fact because the poem is called Like a Letter You Came Too Late. So, it was hot in the morning and you sent it post restant. The day hung low, it lit the sea, and I couldn't see how there could be another place to go when you had it all around you with the sea so singing hot and the grass so warm inside. And it took a long time coming because of how it goes. When there's lands that split the line up, who knows when a friend will know. But I made it to the township and I hung about a while and I rapped to Joe the German with a crazy cracked up smile. And the day rolled on so easy and we rolled another smoke. You know the scene, it hazes up, you take another toke. And then somehow it's over and the sun is coming on and the shops are closing up and the tide is rising high. And well, can you dig it? There's another day to do it. And who really wants to know what the outside world is doing at the price of 9 to 5 on the dot and clocking in when you laze about the pavement with the contact rolling high, taking life as it takes you, letting everything roll by. And you're working from the factory and it's sending you insane and you're splitting whoever you see yourself again and you're seeing in the sunshine and you paid it all so fine, but what the fuck's the use to me? You wrote that days gone by, days and weeks and months away. And since you drifted out of touch, I got your letter yesterday and it seems beyond my reach. And now you're where I was before. The sun is hanging low, the sea sucks in the sands of time and the warm winds blow. I didn't know I needed you before I left that place. I didn't know, I didn't need. Unnecessary face. But I lived beside the ocean and I made myself a home and the space around it told me I had nowhere else to roam. And I took it as it took me and I let it all flow high and the sun poured down like honey and your world just passed me by. I know your space of yesterday. I know my time of now. It makes no sense to make it that. We wouldn't know somehow. Somehow it's out of focus on the pointless space of time. The sun, the sand, your word, my mind, a line that's waiting at the post, the wind that's slicking waves to sky. The sun hang low and the grass grows high, and the waves break rhythm on the golden sand, and the waves break rhythm on a foreign land. Like a letter, you came too late.
Because I can't do it. I have great respect for poets who can read without notes for so long. Great outfit too. Thank you, Mona. Judges, Mafani, 88. Bangodang, 97. There you go. Eka, 86. Melanie, 90. 95. Uh-oh, I don't have my glasses. Can you help read this? Steffi!
A quick word. So, last year there were church bombings in Surabaya, my city, and one of the victims was the church me and my family grew up at and still go to. And the suicide bombers were a mother and her 2 little daughters. And it was Mother's Day. Shalom, peace. Shalom Aleichem, peace be with you. My mother used to recite it over and over again like a spell, telling me, Steffi, the first thing you have to do when you enter somebody's house is take off your shoes, because Asians. But remember to let your eyes travel around the room, seek for any evidence. Sometimes it's a Bible on the coffee table, the other times it's a pastel painting of Jesus carrying a lamb on his shoulders, Jesus walking on water. But most of the days, most of the houses would be this tiny cross hanging proudly on the wall above the couch, but that would be my cue to announce a shalom. Shalom. At 12 years old, I was fluent in shalom. So, when another 12 years old walked into our church with her little sister and mother holding her hands, I watched if she too was also searching for any evidence, if her eyes were roaming around searching for cues, if that's what her mother taught her to, wondering if our shalom sounded different, because we were. First time I heard it, it was loud. So loud I mistook it for her first cry the day she departed from her mother's womb. Father, gently rocking her tiny body back and forth, whispering life into her ears in the sound of azan, or in translation, my dear child, this is peace. Or in my tongue, shalom. Second time I heard it, it was foreign, but not too foreign. Heard it once on TV, read it once on the headlines, but always too far away. Always something that happened to somebody else. They say when you come across a surge of strong emotions, you either fight, flight, or freeze. But these bodies were fleeting, faceless, breaking apart, building their own tomb underneath the stained glass window of Jesus walking to his own death. Maybe it was true that Calvary was a crime scene. Third time I heard it, it was quiet. As if the silence could have told me things she would have become, anything but a mistake, anything but just a number, a statistic, anything but a lesson, a warning, a study case, anything but telling about her for the 100th time in front of the cameras and the recorders, only for them to fold her flesh and bones and slip her somewhere between the 5th line of newspaper, hiding behind an alias. There are nights when I dream about her arrival, but this time it was different. Because I was standing by the doors, mouthful of shaloms. She would walk in, cold hand with mine, sweaty palms, and I would glance inside the room, concrete cross standing tall and strong. My mother's voice would ring in my ears. Only this time, I would swallow my shalom and declare it the way it sounded like in her home. Assalamualaikum.
Right on time. Steffi, are you from Surabaya? Yeah. Because are you part of Undisputed? Undisputed is also a poetry community, which is a sister community of Unmasked, mine, which is in Surabaya. So all these cities have started the rise of spoken word poetry. Really wonderful. Judges, what are your scores for Steffi? Bafani 79, Baodang 98, but Eka 92, Melanie 98, and 89. We are 2 poets away from another musical performance, but you will have to wait for that one. Let's hear another poet performing. It's Shanti.
This doesn't count for the time, right? Okay. So my name is Shanti, and I have been on a quest for true love for quite some time. And before I came to Bali, I tried something out called being celibate. So no sex, no dating, nothing. And then I flew here, and everything changed. I had my first date on the plane. And there are so many delicious men here. They are like soul food and eye candy all in one. So I met my share of beautiful men, and I found my true love here. And I lost it again. So this is the poem. It's called Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places. And it's like, it's a love letter to myself. When I'm talking to myself like, girl, what are you doing? And empowering myself. So here we go. It freaking hurt not to be loved, seen or heard, to be ignored, pushed away, abandoned, to be left stranded. I stand before you empty-handed. I really thought that I knew a thing or two about love, but at this moment, I'm on the verge of giving up. The pain is making me insane. I want to stop this conditioning. I want to stop repeating the destructive patterns of my past. I want to float in an ocean that is still. Feminine, stop reminiscing, limiting beliefs, burying them. And here comes anger, pain, grief, and hopefully it's followed by some sort of relief. I could use a release right now. I thought I knew about love, connection, and intimacy. Into me I see. I so wish I could look into myself, that I can reprogram my brain, stop suffering and feeling pain. I should really stop having false hope. After experiencing just one moment of deep connection, I seem to expect some sort of miracle, maybe even a resurrection. I believe these men are amazing, but if I look closer and see what they are made of, or how they are acting, I shouldn't even be into them. I want to see them like they are, far away, not really interested, yes, interesting, but not good for relying on them to show up. Okay, girl, forgot about that. Just stop. So I'm getting to the end now. You know what true love is, so why are you still chasing it? Chasing the crumbs that you've been fed. You know you didn't meet your Mr. Right yet. Your tummy is fed with a lot of Mr. Right nows. But remember one thing, these guys will never recite you their vows. Most of them are focused on themselves and their inner world is underdeveloped. So why do you even want to connect? They started with feeding you crumbs of bread. Now instead of crumbs, you're letting them feed you gravel and sand? So, my dear Shanti, my sweet girl, just focus on your path and on yourself. Embrace your darkness and your light. Become fully one with your divine feminine. It is time to say goodbye to what was, to really follow your inner compass. Yes, yes, also in matters of the heart. This might look like the end or a new beginning. I have to say, it doesn't really matter. Just start. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanti. I think it's a great idea to write yourself a love letter. How is everyone doing? Did you guys have to pee in your pants with all the heart-wrenching, honest poems? All right. Let's hear what the judges think about Shanti's performance. Fanny, 88. Bang Odang, 89. Eka, 92. Melanie, 89. And 91. All right, next up. Yovella. I think I have a lot of fans and crowd right there. Yovella. Okay, after Yovella, we have one more, right? Do we have one more, or is this the last one before the intermission? Do we have one more? Yeah. Yovella, are you... Oh!
Whoa.
Thank you. Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Yovella, and today I'll be reciting a poem that I want to dedicate to all the people who have stuck with me for thick and thin, and who have taught me how to love and love other people and also myself. And this is complete at last. I love you was a rope I held on to as a hung from a cliff almost pulled into an endless void they call death. How are you were waves that drown, 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 healed the bruises, wounds, scars I try to hide. I'm fine was the black Sharpie I used to paint a smile on my icy lips that were starting to hurt, 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 invite a pain. The sharpened nails that dug into my skin, leaving marks of red and woe, permanent, indelible. I miss you was the moon that embraced me with arms of galaxies unknown. I didn't feel alone. Your laughter were fireworks that exploded my chest, buzzing my dull insides that didn't match with fire, a companion that has longed for so long. Your eyes, don't get me started on those pearls, rubies, jades, diamonds, filled with so much hope, admiration, love, endearment, that even I was overwhelmed, cautious of this stranger who for once refused to leave. But my thoughts, the demons, shadows, devils below, had me eyeing the monster that stood below, had me loosening my grip on the rope, had me tired, 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 exhausted, desperate for relief. I let go of that rope and went down the rabbit hole. That would have made me Alice in Wonderland, but this was no Wonderland and I was no Alice. If she was a gem, I was a plain rock. If she was a swan, I was an ugly duck. If she was a fantasy, I was an ugly reality. That was why this moth, who kept inching closer, closer towards the flame erupted, which teased, embraced, flirted with its insides, this moth turned and flew away the opposite direction.
But your heart, the sky of no limitations nor boundaries, of a blue so pure that my tainted soul once cowered away from, your heart refused to pack up and leave like the others. And for once, this caterpillar, this caterpillar, who for years hid behind the walls of her cocoon, learned and willingly crept out of her shell and saw the world, the sky, the stars, the moon, felt flames, the wind, and the waves beneath her feet. And she went up and reached to take the rope of love and promises once more. And for once in her life, she felt complete. Thank you.
Oh my God, I think my heart just turned to bush. That's amazing, Yabella. Judges? What are the scores? 83 from Bafani, 88 from Bangoda, 89 from Eka. Come on, yeah! 96 from Melanie, 86 from upstairs. Do we have one more? Or, okay. Lucy. Come on down, Lucy. All right, so after Lucy, we're going to have an intermission with Caitlin, who, sorry, whose stage name is Kaimata. She doesn't like me revealing her real name. Yeah, but that's after Lucy. So, are you here? It's like a lot of stairs. Where are you? Give way, people, please. Alright, come up, come up.
Good evening. My name is Lucy, and I'm from Bolivia. And I made my poem about karma because before coming to Indonesia, I didn't really know what it meant because English is not really my main language. Go Lucy! Depending on how hard you throw the boomerang, it will always come back to its vertex beginning. Just like karma, when you send out, good or bad, it will come back to you with innate force. Do not judge people, things or situations, or else you'll get judged. Don't try to push me away, because I won't disappear. I'll just push harder. Spread love and be caring, and love will eventually come back to you. Thanks.
Just like a girl. Thank you, Lucy. Was that your first time performing poetry? That was amazing. Judges, what do we have for Lucy? 76, Bangoda. 81, Eka. 84, Melanie. 90, 89. Not bad at all. All right. So we're going to have an intermission of 3 songs from Kaimata. Okay, come on the stage. So what do you need? Do you just going to use this?
I guess I am.
So, guys, I want you to meet properly Kai Mata, and before you listen to her amazing performance, let's agree on one thing tonight. Love is love, and love is for all. Agree? And I proudly introduce you Kai Mata, the one and only proud queer music performance in Indonesia. How about that? So let's give all our love to Kai Mata tonight.
Thank you. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Pak Raka. Bisa minta tolong? I have no sound coming from the guitar, so unless we want a cappella, which I suggest no, then we might want this fixed. So BetelNut is where I did my first album launch. Hello. Oh, I did the wrong cable. My fault, entirely. Thank you. Thank you very much for Ubud Writers and Readers Festival for having me. When I was 14, I came to this festival, performed at this poetry slam, lost. Whew. But I lived to tell the tale. Hello. It's nice to meet you. And I have something to tell you. When your mind is light and your heart is full, and the world feels new and beautiful, I'll sing you a happy song that lets you know the sun will rise wherever you go. The sun will rise wherever you go. The sun will rise wherever you go. Oh, it's true. We all have heartache. So when you're feeling pain, oh, I'll sing you a lullaby that lets you know the sun will rise wherever you go. The sun will rise wherever you go. The sun will rise wherever you go. Oh, I'll sing you whatever song lets you know the sun will rise wherever you go. So hello. So hello. So hello. It's nice to meet you. Hello. Hello, let me formally introduce myself. I am Kai Mata, one of Indonesia's only openly out LGBTQ plus musicians at the moment. That is incredible. Usually I do not get that type of yelling when I announce that in Indonesia. It's usually boo and death threats. So thank you. I feel very welcomed in my own country to be out and about and publicly queer. Try, girl! So does anyone want to join in with me? Raise their hands if you want to publicly announce that you are somewhere on the LGBTQ plus spectrum. Woo! We have you. You were the first person I saw. Oh wow, there's a gaggle of gays around us. What is your name? Molly. Molly? Yeah.
you have a CD, Time to Shine. This is my CD, and that is yours. I'm not going to throw it because I will murder someone, but collect it afterwards, okay? As you can see, I really respect your stuff. As an Indonesian with a really strong American accent who doesn't look like most Indonesians because I am of Chinese ethnic background, I have always felt like a minority of minorities. In my own country, I go to a restaurant in Ubud and I'm the only Indonesian sitting and eating. Every other Indonesian is a waiter or waitress. Ooh, racial inequality. So I've always felt really outcasted, and then on top of that, we have the fact that I am queer, and it feels very lonesome sometimes. And in that, I've kind of felt like I've needed to bound all these differences, find a commonality, and then create connection with that. That is what I love about poetry. It's the ability to connect, because we all have different life stories, but we have the same emotions that we feel behind them. And when we connect at that level, that is when compassion is created, empathy, and that is when we can see each other at the human level, instead of looking at the differences. This is my song, Strays. They wonder, darling, are you lost now? They wonder, darling, are you lost now? I say no, 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 I'm just finding my way. They wonder, darling, are you done now? They wonder, darling, are you done now? And I say no, 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 I'm just starting my day. Where do all the stray souls go when everybody else seems to know of a place they call their home, or so they say? What do all the hurt hearts hold when writing all the words left untold, yearning for the new revolt made up of strays? Strap your boots on, I'm going for a march now. Bring your roses, but be wary of the thorns. They wonder, darling, are you lost? They wonder, darling, are you lost? I say no, 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 I'm just finding my way. They wonder, darling, are you done now? They wonder, darling, are you done now? I say no, 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 I'm just starting my day. Let the sun rise, I'm gonna need the sunshine. We are here now, and ready to be seen. They wonder, darling, are you lost now? They wonder, darling, are you lost now? I say no, 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 I'm just finding my way. They wonder, darling, are you done now? They wonder, darling, are you done now? I say no, 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 I'm just starting my day. Where do all the stray souls go when everybody else seems to know of a place they call their home, or so they say? What do all the hurt hearts hold, writing all the words left untold, yearning for the new revolt made up of strays? They wonder, darling, are you lost now? They wonder, darling, are you lost now? What do we say? I say no, 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 I'm just finding my way. They wonder, darling, are you done now? They wonder, darling, are you done now? And I say no, 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 I'm just starting my day. And I say no, 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 I'm just starting my day. So, as was introduced, I am currently one of the only LGBTQ plus openly out musicians in Indonesia, and I released a very flaming gay single called So Hard this June for Pride Month. And coming out publicly in Indonesia has really opened a lot of doors for me. I'm very grateful. I have accepting parents who have accepted me with open arms, and that's such a rarity in this country, in this culture. I marched in World Pride in New York City and got to be flaming in front of 6 million people and met with unanimous acceptance. And I've just really been so lucky to hear so many stories from Indonesians and inspired by their truths of what their life is like. I'm lucky. I have a partner who is beautiful, and in that, thank you. Whew. And in that, I have learned how to love and how to be in love. And what I've recognized is a lot of people, and a subsect of men especially, they find it so easy to get excited by two girls kissing, two girls touching, two girls fondling each other, you know? But they find it so hard to see two girls in love. And I am asked constantly, my partner and I are asked, if we are open to having threesomes, how two girls can possibly have sex, what that even looks like. And sometimes I even get asked, or told actually, that I am queer because I've not tried their dick. And that is why I'm queer. This is my answer to all their questions, all their comments, and it's called So Hard. Thank you very much.
Come and hear the words they say. Are you bi or are you gay? Oh, how I thought you were straight. What a pity, such a shame. You both look so feminine. Don't you miss it with a man? With two girls, how does that work? 'Cause I can always be your third. Well, I'll answer all your questions, though I know it won't fit in your fantasy. Despite the ego telling you our bedroom does not want your company. So go and lust and fantasize, but nothing more. Despite your tries, I don't need a dictator to tell me what I need.
Thank you for getting the joke.
No, this isn't just a phase. It doesn't even work that way. You think you can turn me straight? Well, maybe I can turn you gay. Did I just cross a line? 'Cause you've been overstepping mine. It seems your masculinity suffers insecurity. So go and lust and fantasize, but nothing more. Despite your tries, I don't need a dictator to tell me what I need. Oh, is it so hard seeing two girls in love? So hard, as if it's not enough. So hard, it's only okay if it makes you hard. Is it so hard seeing two girls in love? So hard, as if it's not enough. So hard, it's only okay if it makes you hard. So go and lust and fantasize.
name is Kai Mata. Let's be friends and have conversations about this because it's very important.
I just turned to two. Kai is one big fan. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big applause for Kai Mata. That was very catchy, isn't it? I don't need a day. I love it. Are we ready for another more poetry performances? We still have 8 people. Yeah? All right, let's do this. Okay, give me the next name. T, is this Mita? Mita A. Mita A. Mita A. Is Mita A here? Is that you, Mita? Yeah. Come up on stage.
I don't know, I'm nervous here. Okay. Yeah. On land that bears. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. On land that bears a split mud in the moon that saw me born with a blood. Returning in the mighty, the owner of the world. It is spotless, sinless. Flowers, book. I did the last drop of blood. I'm sorry. Just thank you.
Thank you, Mita A. Does that mean there's a Mita B? Here? Judges? Navani, 65. Bangodang, 71. Eka, 79. Melanie, 74. And 70 from upstairs. Next up. We have Alyssa. Okay, here she comes.
Mommy, are you ready? Okay.
am greeted by a familiar figure as I enter the room. I am greeted by a rush of ants riding toward the scalp of my head. As they ate me alive, I saw her. I knew this girl. She hasn't quite changed. Yet how did I forget her name? She's a slim and tall shadow with silky hair and tired eyes. She pulled off the rubber that held her hair and it fell down to her shoulders. It's always so satisfying to let your hair down after a long day. Like the troubles that held you has been released. The burning indicates that you're free. Her slender fingers comb through the jungle of vines and they tone down like light drizzles on a car window. I stared down at her baggy, black sweater as she pulled the fabric downward, thin and fragile elastic. It stretched down to expose a banner of text, spelling out words that insulted her figure, words I hated reading. She stripped it off and over her shoulders, cautiously. It's quite a luxury. It would be a shame if it ripped. Underneath was a uniform that every other girl wore. The same girls who guys call pretty, the same girls who lean on her shoulder, and the same girls who left. All of the traits that righted them to stand over her and pretend like they'd never met before, acting like they'd always been on top of her like that. But I stopped to wonder, maybe she was the one who sunk. Though she walked so far, in hopes of reaching them, disappointment followed her trail of shiny pebbles, over and over again. She could never be those girls, I read her thoughts. I swiped the plaster of a smile off her face that's long worn out, revealing the blank and shallow. She looked over the translucent white lace curtain, peeked over a window that's stained of pink. The birds stroll in the evening. The mood of the sky calmed the demons that wander aimlessly around the air we breathe. The last question was Schrodinger's cat hiding or has it rotted? I shook the box and no sound escaped from it. I was too appalled to open the box and uncover the truth. I have seen a number of dead corpses, but I'd never be ready to see my own. Thank you.
Well done, Melissa. Alisa's mom, did you get all that on video? Yeah, Alisa is still in junior high school. So yeah, great job. Okay, judges, can you hear the scores? Bafani 82, Bangwadang 83, Eka 86, Melanie 89, 81. Next we have okay, this is a bit of a tongue twist. Karen Treadray. Is that you, Karen?
Yeah, coming.
Did I get your name pronounced correctly? Stage is yours.
The theme for the festival is karma, and I think a very important part of karma is kindness, so I hope my poem is about kindness. It's called Fragile. They met in a land of missed connections, in the year of bad timing. He came from the clouds or the mountains, high on expectations, but jangling with tambourine memories and too much energy. She revealed herself one sentence at a time. He was never still, but very deep. So deep she stuck to the shallows for fear of drowning. I'm not used to travelling such long distances, she said, making him ache in places he had been ignoring for a long time too. The laws of nature are elusive, so when they danced to music with a strong melody line and at a regular beat. And when he fell apart, she patched him up. But the pieces were deeply broken. Some left behind in cemeteries, in pawn shops, with old friends. So she never really found him. And when it wasn't easy, she grew hard, falling again into a well of bad habits. While he searched in vain for a lifeline, all he found were more needles. There was some suspicion of a demon's plot, but forgetting the rhetoric, she tucked him under a cautious blanket on the longest night, and pretending the ease of an opera diva, watched his closing credits roll. Thank you.
That was lovely, Karen. Did it feel good to read that? Judges, what do we have for Karen? 83? 93? 91? 91? 91. Wow. Very good. All right, the next poet would be Risa C. What's up with the A, please? Risa C. Risa, are you here?
Lend on my hand. Lend us my hand. God given, something already sketched. As sweet as morning bud and the evening dish. Lend on my hand, in this kid happiness enthralled, and the miseries intertwined. Not an axiom to be faced with, but the inference from the previous life. Lands on my hand. God given that saw the way, but we can choose red or life, and black or white. Lands on my hand. All that storm my series, round the world tribe, sometime dark, but sinning and growing all the time. Once, when I was serving education, the test come gushing like waves that sweat the entire ship, that damage and destroy my entire being. A company with husband to fight for the education of the future. Their children were minimals. We moved without any support, and life seemed like bed. We walked, but we unpined, and there was no meal. I was pregnant and had to fast. Can't even see the doctor, as there were no money to pay consultant fees. One morning, when I was teaching and man goes into the classroom and drags away his learning kit into between his leg on my neck, leaving blood gushing. Yeah, leaving blood gushing. I bled not for the one, but of the pain deep in my heart. Is this my karma? To undergo such miseries to make after? Or is this already written on the line, on my hands? Thank you.
Wow. We've witnessed so many brave and inspirational women tonight here. So, one more applause. Thank you. Judges, what are the scores? 91, 89, Eka 84, Melanie 81, and 90. Oh dear, I'm gonna need your help again. Patrice. Thank you. Patrice? Is that you, Patrice? Oh yeah, that's her. Okay. Thank you for sticking around till the end. You guys must want to know the winner of this slam, right? I want to know myself. I've been trying to ask the girls who got the highest scores, but she wouldn't tell me. All right, Patrice.
Okay. Hi, I'm Patrice. So this is an original poem by me. My dad passed away 6 years ago when I was 9, and this is an ode not only him, but to the person I found that helped and fixed me. So it's titled Stories, Stories, Stories. I might be shaking, just ignore it. Him. Why him? Why now? Why him? Why me? Why out of the billions of people in this world, he was chosen? What have I done? What has he done? What have we done that was so wrong? So wrong that he had to take us away from him. So much so that we had to hurt like this. How could someone, anyone subject someone to this kind of pain, to this cruelty, to this loss and grief? How could someone be as cruel as to take him away? He was here, flesh and bones, and now he's not. Gone. Poof. Just like the dust of yesterday. Me. Why can't I be alive? Why can't I live and breathe? Why can't I just forget and fucking move on? It's been way too long. Death is death. It's biology. It's humane. Then why do I not feel human? They say the first step is to just never mind that. Forget all the steps. To hell with all of that. I need something, someone, anything to just get this out of me. Time. Time heals all scars. Or at least that's what they say. But what if I want mine to stay open? To keep bleeding, to bleed scarlet on the white towels, to hear my own blood pumping through the wounds. What if that makes me feel alive? The sight of that crimson stream to smile Aaron. Maybe that's human, maybe that's my human. Maybe I'm fine, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just faking it, maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I'm perfect, maybe I'm sick. Who knows? And who am I to judge when I myself don't even know? But you came along, you ignored the wounds, the flashing signs that flash bright red. And you came, you stayed. And that was beautiful. I was a fine piece of china, but there was a crack, an imperfection, a flaw. I was broken, you see, but you paid no mind. You were the one who picked me up, dusted me off, patted me on the back, and sent me off. You told me to ignore everything going on around me, and you sent me off with words of encouragement. Your words were the glue that healed my cracks, that mended my broken parts. Your voice, the tender hands, the same ones that stitched my open wounds. I was a fine piece of china, once broken and perfect, but now no longer. I was fixed, whole, loved, and most importantly, I am now human. Thank you.
That was lovely. Please make me want to meet the person. Judges, your scores, please. 85, 97, 86, 90, 95. Okay, we still have 2 more here. I'm picking one. It's Carissa. Oh, there you are.
This is called Golden Days. A light that shines so bright was blown out in the night. The winds that blew came from you, and you. To the beat of the drum, rise of the sun, slowly my seas sink suppression, these lands lift expression. Did you hear through the grapevine about the time that has come? Feminine to balance the masculine in a world run on testosterone. Here you can hear power in her silence, power in the words pouring from her lips, power in the simple shake of her hips. In the east, her soul is still crying. Across the west, her soul is flying. There is simply no denying the impact from all these years of lying. Now fires are blazing all around. It's hard for me to breathe, let alone sleep sound. Your sorry is weak and the heat is so strong. Your own ears block you from hearing my song, even though they are here to hear when things go wrong. Wrong they have gone. Running to the beat of the drum, rise of the sun. No more sleeping women, we know what you've done. All the shame and blame pointed at our name ceases to lay its finger anywhere near us or your game. Your rules make no sense, and your preaching never did. As soon as I heard thee was he, and saw you forgot about she. Come to understand thee is in me as much as it is in you. To the beat of the drum, rise of the sun, standing in knowledge from where we have come. One, split off into two, three, thousands more, spanning infinity. Fast forward to you, me, we. To the beat of the drum, rise of the sun, in time you will see how my love has won. These books you have burned left a soul hungry to return, carrying words from a heart that was torn apart by hands that belong to he obeying holders who forgot how to use them and access higher orders. We've come from such heights to be birthed inside the ring of fire. Why are they surprised when suddenly a shake? Tectonic action and reaction only jolt us more awake. As they look past flames that are burning, no need to fear upon our returning. For these flames are alive deep inside, not fanned by flashy scenes of pride. All is enough knowing it simply will not hide. What can we create from the lamp lit below, so others to remember to know? Feel the warmth spreading, all candles resistant to burn out in the night, because now, finally now, they're each shining bright. To the beat of the drum, rise of the sun, golden days have just begun.
Great timing. I really like the rhyming. Thanks, Carissa. Judges? 97. Pahodang, 93. Eka, 96. 92 for Melanie. 88 from upstairs. Why don't you love Carissa? That was so good. The last one, ladies and gentlemen. We have the last one, and I can't read it. I'm so sorry to keep doing this to you. Yavita. Thank you. Yavita, last but not least. Stage is yours.
Looking very nervous. Good evening, everyone. Okay, I'll try it. Ray, I love you.
Night rain whispering song comes with the cold wind along the trees under the dawn. Rain, I love you, 'cause you made the colors of the night, painting on wild imagination. Rain, I love you. I see green, red, yellow, white, and a black canvas, the canvas of life. Colors, I love you, splashing the stories under the door. Some people say, life is dark. We need color. Life is about colors. Painting the dark life, splashing imagination. Let's kiss under the dark, with the night sings along, and splashing colors under the rain. Rain, I love you, 'cause I know life is karma for the good things and bad things you do in life. Do you know that? Do you realize that? I am a woman, and I know karma is life, karma is hate, karma is fear, karma is brave, karma is dark, karma is hope. And above all, karma is love. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yovita. All right, that was our last poets, judges, 92, Bang Adang, 92, Eka, 92, Melanie, 90, 89. You have been an amazing audience. Thank you so much. Please give an applause to all the poets and to yourself. Did you enjoy yourself tonight? I did. Thank you. So while the judges are discussing who the winners are, the scores are already counted, but then some has similar scores, so the judges have homework to do. While we wait for the winners to be announced, there are two poets who will be performing their poems tonight, our guest poets. Helena Natasha and Theoresia Rumte. Helena Natasha is a poet, content creator, and copywriter. Starting out by writing commissioned poetry and connecting with readers via Instagram, she has built a reader community online. She has published 2 books, a poetry book called Love Spelled in Poetry, and a starry journal for the dreamers. Helena, please come to the stage. Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, Helena Natasha.
Hi everyone. This is my first time reading my poetry out loud. I'm so nervous. Okay, so here it goes. Have you heard the phrase, be comfortable in your own skin, or dress as the person you want to be? Anyone? Yep. Yep. Do you always know what that means? Well, honestly, I don't always know what it means. I feel nothing like what I look like. I am nothing like what I look like. I dress like a city, yet I feel a jungle growing inside of me. Beneath my gray skyscrapers and smoky sky are green trees and bliss. When I get ready, I put on concrete as my coat, protecting me from the cold shoulders and icy whispers. I paint a smile with a lipstick to cover my frown, so nobody would look twice and ask me why. As it is very hard to explain the beauty of starlights to the eyes who chase city lights. It is so hard to show the roots that grow far underground to the hands that race to build the tall skyscrapers. It is so impossible to breathe fresh air with those who suffocate me. Then, why should I? Why would I? So I let my tears rain until I can smile as warm as the sun. I let my trees grow wild from within over my city. I let its roots cover every inch of my skin, its flowers blooming around my neck. Even in the dark, the stars sparkle in my eyes so I can see that I am everything I look like. Thank you.
Thank you, Helena and Natasha. Up next, we have another guest poet, Theoresia Rumte. Theoresia Rumte published the poetry collection Rona Kata with friends in Bandung in 2010. She co-authored the poetry collection Tempat Paling Liar di Muka Bumi, The Wildest Place on Earth, with Wesley Johannes in 2016, and it's since been reprinted. Her first book of poetry, Selamat Datang Bulan, was published by Gramedia Pustaka Utama in 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, Theoresia Rumte.
Hai, selamat malam. Terima kasih Women's Poetry Slam. Saya Theoresia Rumte dan malam hari ini saya akan membawakan satu puisi dari buku saya yang berjudul Tempat Paling Liar di Muka Bumi. Judulnya adalah tentang perempuan dan puisi ini didedikasikan untuk perempuan-perempuan korban kekerasan seksual yang sedang berjuang untuk merebut hidupnya kembali. Selamat menikmati. Tentang perempuan. Ketika aku kecil, ibu berkata, perempuan adalah bunga. Ia berkata demikian sambil memandikanku dan mengusap kemaluanku dengan lembut. Ini adalah bungamu. Suatu ketika ia akan mekar dan merambatkan akar-akarnya seperti belantara. Lelaki yang memasukinya adalah mereka yang memiliki kunci dan mau menyesatkan diri. Demikianlah aku tumbuh menjadi rimba dan rahasia, misteri dan satu semesta berisi semua yang mungkin dan tidak mungkin, yang terpelihara hingga satu musim pala menebarkan aroma kemana-mana. Ketika aku dewasa, sambil mengusap kepala. Ayah berkata, perempuan seperti bangunan rumah. Ia memiliki fondasi dan ruang-ruang bawah tanah, pintu, jendela, dapur, dan kamar mandi.
Jika salah satu dari bagian-bagian tubuhmu hilang dan berkelana, mereka akan tetap pulang. Jika salah satu dari bagian-bagian tubuhmu menghilang, artinya kau menaruh kuncimu sembarangan.
Pada suatu malam yang menyala, aku bertemu burung hitam berkepala merah. Ia katakan,
Perempuan adalah kepala. Kepala-kepala mereka terbuat dari baja dan hati mereka adalah embun tengah hari yang menggantung-gantung di antara dedahan. Gampang lepas.
Maka aku menaruh dan menggelantungkan kunci rumahku pada satu tangkai tersembunyi yang terbuat dari cinta yang bertumbuh di dalam jiwaku dan memagarinya dengan api dari kata-kata ibu dan ayah yang menyala di kepalaku.
Biarlah ada api. Biarlah ada api dalam cintamu,
kata ayah. Biarlah ada api dalam cintamu. Dengannya engkau akan membakar kepalsuan di dalam dan di luar dirimu. Perempuan tumbuh menjadi satu kehidupan dengan 2 matahari dan 3 rembulan yang menjadikannya paling indah dan paling panas di antara semua cahaya. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih, Teresia. And look what I've got. I've got the results in my hand. Music, drums, anything? Okay. Here goes. Yeah, right. Second runner-up with a score of 456. Steffi. Come. And the runner-up with the score of first runner-up with a score of 459, Carissa. You don't look surprised. You know you're good. And the champion of tonight with a score of 465, Yovita. Yovita? Where is Yovita? Please don't tell me you left already.
Is it your Vita? Yeah? Is it your Vita? Yeah? Okay. All right, judges, can we have you guys on stage, please? All of you? Thank you. Woo! The judge from upstairs, can we have you down here, please? I don't know. Where are you? All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, once we are here in Ubud, maybe you are all guys still remember the artist, our artist, Gusti Nyoman Lempan. Who knows that about him? Ever heard about him? Gusti Nyoman Lempan. He's an artist. He's a familiar artist and famous artist. So I will dedicate one poem. I'll try to read for you. It's Selamat Jalan I Gusti Nyoman Lempan, karya Franz Najira. Untuk kali terakhir, kata menjengukku, karena kata cuma milikku. Selamat jalan batu paras yang ditatah dengan kata. Di suatu desa ada sumber air panas. Menjangan-menjangan berkumpul di sana. Termangu. Mengapa angin pagi ini terasa liar? Ini bukan tarian biasa. Ia membelit, ia melilit, seperti berubah perangainya. Langit pun jatuh, melekat seperti kaki-kaki gurita. Dukaku memeluk lengan menjangan-menjangan yang bernyanyi perlahan. Kubuatkan ayunan lengkung cahaya di kaki langit. Kami yang nampak karena lahir, matahari silam, topeng-topeng, buatkan kami nyanyian untuk berangkat. Karena kata cuma milikku, ku jenguk kau dengan kata. Selamat jalan, batu paras yang ditatah dengan kapak. Thank you.
Thank you, Eka. Sebastian and Varnai, thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you again on the Poetry Slam, maybe in 2 days or next year for another Women Poetry Slam. Good evening and good night. Dalam